Hello?
Welcome to Cry School.
Cool.
Follow me.
Your future is coming for you. But don't worry, we'll get you ready.
The primary job at Christ School is to develop a young man and his future. Coming to a school like this, they get to be the captain of their own ship. They get to make choices that have benefits. Learning to do business with adults and being their own self-advocate, I don't know if there's anything more important than that.
Yeah, relationships are at the core of what we do. We don't want people to just be passengers throughout this entire experience. We want them to be drivers.
When my son came as a 9th grader, it was kind of normal. You met your teacher on the first day of class. But after you've been here a year, it's so wonderful because by the time you go into, let's say, 10th grade and you go to see your teachers for the first time, you've already probably either had them as a coach or had meals with them in the dining hall.
I think that the relationship with teachers, especially from my experience, is just really close. So it's small classes, really intimate with the teacher. Even during extra help or after school, you can schedule meetings or even just show up.
I came to Christ School this year, so it's just been really supportive. Everybody's been really nice, and I've already met a lot of people. I can go someplace and all of the teachers know my name, which is just a great experience that you can't get in a lot of places.
Each boy comes here with a narrative, with experiences, with quirks, with a sense of humor. We like that. What we want to do is to develop that. So at graduation, I've got an 18-year-old boy crossing the stage that's fully engaged and fully functional and ready for the next step in his life.
The way the teachers teach, totally boy-centered, because they know through research that boys like a louder voice. They like a teacher that's moving around the room. The boys want to interact with the teacher.
I've gotten into things, digital photography, like that I wouldn't usually do at home or at another school.
The course load is difficult in a way, but you have people who can support you and help you through it.
The Christ School campus is located in a very unique area. We're 8 miles from downtown Asheville and all the amenities that they offer. But more importantly, we have these 500 pristine acres where a boy can be a boy. If he wants to run through the woods, if he wants to fish, if he wants to ride his mountain bike through the 5 miles of cut trails, this is just an awesome venue.
For boys, it's a dream world here in the mountains with so many outdoor adventure sports all around that they can get to quickly, but at the same time to have what downtown Asheville offers with all of the arts and the different activities. It's just a perfect location for this school.
There's a bond here, there's a brotherhood where they watch each other's backs, they support each other, whether it's on the stage in drama, whether it's on the football field, whether it's on a community service trip. There is a special camaraderie here that you can only really experience if you come and see it and meet our young men. It is one of the most impressive things and the thing that I'm probably most proud of here at Christ School.
I'm Mary Dillon. I've been at the school since 2001. Over the years, I've been an ESL teacher, an English teacher, and I've done theater since I first came here as well. In 2001, when I interviewed, I walked into the theater and I was charmed. This is a beautiful space. It's perfect for young performers. We're really lucky to have as many boys interested in theater as we do. We have different styles of theater. You never know what it's going to be, but the guarantee is that you will be in a production that will be well attended, that will be loved and respected. You know, there's nothing like standing in front of an audience. You must be a listener. You can't perform without listening. So much of an actor's job is to react and not just act. Those are sort of old-fashioned skills that theater still teaches that I think are very valuable. Everybody looks forward to the plays. They'll go away and they will have seen somebody in a new way that they may not have expected, and that's success. I think that's probably the greatest joy that I get out of my job. I mean, of course, we laugh like fools. That's great too. But to see them discover themselves, that's what it's all about.
So hi, my name is Ron Ramsey. This is my 5th year at Christ School, and I am the director of the outdoor program. The outdoor program here at Christ School includes lots of activities: cross-country mountain biking, rock climbing, bouldering, whitewater kayaking, backpacking, hiking, adventure racing. We take advantage of our mountains, and we take advantage of the interests of the students and the faculty that are involved. Christ School sits on 500 acres of mixed hardwood and pine and 7 miles of trail and a lake that allows our students to on campus get out and recreate on a regular basis, and is the foundational instructional area for our outdoor program. We live in an amazing place that allows our students the opportunity to get off campus and to get away. Within 30 minutes we're catching fish, or we're taking our bikes off a trailer and in some of the best mountain biking terrain in the Southeast. I think something our students benefit from here at Christ School and beyond is an authentic opportunity to experience something with other people, find a passion that stays with them for the rest of their life. We're real thoughtful and intentional about creating those opportunities and empowering our students to lead. I think the essence of our outdoor program is a quotation from William Blake, where it says that great things are done when men and mountains meet. And I think that sums up our school and our outdoor program at the same time.
Hi, I'm James Euler. I teach history and I'm in charge of the 8th grade program at Christ School. This is my 16th year here. One of the best things about the 8th grade program at Christ School is that they're in a small group, and they kind of become the bedrock of that class and what that class is going to mean to the institution. We try to build a community using some of the seniors that are going to embrace them as big brothers. And it gives them a benefit of learning and growing together. Boys are almost inherently competitive, and we have to kind of teach them how to be collaborative. What they get to do by being here in 8th grade is they're kind of getting, it's a springboard into high school. They're getting guidance from some of the most seasoned professionals that we have here at Christ School. They get to know each other really well. We try to do things not just inside the classroom, but we like to get them oriented into this community in this city. By the time they start 9th grade, when it really matters, they know the system, they know what's expected. And I think that gives them a big advantage compared to someone coming in at 9th grade. It becomes a great setting for all boys to thrive. Because in the end, these guys learn about love and citizenship and faith and believing in themselves and believing that they can become something greater than what they already are.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome. It's lacrosse time on the Christ School Broadcast Network. I'm Bobby Long alongside junior Thomas McIntosh, bringing you this huge NCISAA matchup between the Greenies of Christ School and the Chargers of Providence Day. This is a rematch of the 2018 state championship game in which the Greenies came away with an 18-9 victory, giving Christ School their second consecutive state championship. Yet, we know players graduate, they move on. Others are a year older looking for redemption. Providence Day comes in having won 8 consecutive games, including a win last night at Covenant Day. Thomas, what do you expect to see from this matchup today?
Yeah, you expect to see Christ School take advantage of possessions. Play their game. Don't worry about who the opponent is. Providence Day is hot, as you mentioned. They are on quite a win streak, so we'll see how the Greenies respond. Yeah,
you're absolutely right. You talked with Coach Miles throughout this week. And, I was here about 10 months ago watching the state championship game, and I came away very impressed with quite a few players on the Providence Day squad. Specifically, I want to talk about a couple of sophomores who got a lot of experience last year. We had Cole Jesse, we had Ethan Robinette, Tyler Campbell, their face-off guy. Now, they graduated Jake Steiner, who's a fantastic goalie, all-state for Providence Day. But this year, they have a new goalie. He's a senior, Nolan Fouché. He'll be number 1, and he's great as well. So, look for a fantastic performance from both teams. And honestly, I truly feel like the winner of this game will host the 2019 state championship game, as the number 1 seed has that right to continue to move on. Christ School, fortunate to host the last 2 years, which definitely gave them a leg up when it came to competing in the state championship, having those both at home. But, let's talk defensively. Like I mentioned, there are good players on both offense and defense for Providence Day. What do we need to do defensively to stop the Chargers?
Just take it one possession at a time. Obviously, you see Cole Jesse. He's been a huge player for Providence Day. So just keep an eye on him and get the ball onto the other side of the field.
Yeah, like we said, he scored about 5 or 6 goals in the state championship last year. And, Christ School started up that game 9-1. However, I think they got it back to about 9-6. Then there was a rain delay that stopped momentum a little bit. And next thing you know, the Greenies were able to come away with a victory. But we know this team can score. They can score quick. And they're just sophomores. So I'm looking at this team for years to come, being a force to be reckoned with in the NCISAA. But we'll be back in a second. We have the national anthem, and we are just about a minute or 2 away from the start of this matchup between the 13-1 Christ School Greenies and the 12-4 Providence Day Chargers. All right, we are just a minute away from the start of this game between the Greenies of Christ School and the Chargers of Providence Day. Once again, we mentioned 13-1 for Christ School, 12-4 for Providence Day. They've come in, they've won 8 in a row, and these guys are ready to play. As we mentioned last year, obviously the last time they were on this field, an 18-9 loss. But, this is a different team. Christ School had some players graduate. Obviously, some new players have come in for both sides. But a young team for Christ School, for Providence Day, coached by Bobby Thompson. He's been with the Chargers for quite a long time. And, I, for one, am excited for this game, Thomas.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be a fun matchup. Providence Day will want some redemption from their state championship loss and see if these young guys can keep up.
Yeah, and I think they will. I think there have been some common opponents throughout this. I know both teams have played Charlotte Country Day. I believe Christ School won that game 11-8. And on the other side, Providence Day beat them this past Saturday 10-8. So a close game there. And names you'll hear quite a bit from Christ School. You're going to hear Sean Dow from the Face-Off X defenseman. We have Will McNichols. We have James Lilly with Kevin Masson. Spencer Dyer, and in goal for Christ School, Bo Hekimovich, been starting. This is year number 4 for him, starting just a junior, started as an 8th grader, and that'll be a big matchup as well. Greenies in white, Providence Day in blue. So I know that both Sean Dow and Tyler Campbell, the face-off guy for Providence Day, play on the same team in the summer. So they've seen each other quite a bit, certainly, as on offense. We see number 4, that's Jack Fitch. Sam Bassett with the ball behind the goal right now is number 22, that's Davis Lindsay, along with Jack Harrison. And with the ball right now, Marcus Berger. So face-off men will stay on, playing defense against each other right now. So man-to-man defense from the Chargers to start off. Greenies making sure to move the ball. Lost their first game last Saturday against Lake Norman. As that shot will go off the post from Davis Lindsay. It was just above GLE, tried to have a go of it. So we see Kevin Masson coming off the field. That's Parker Bird from Cary Academy running in. Looks like we have a brief 6-on-5 situation. Sean Dow back to Parker Bird.
Greenies taking their time here to get a good look.
Yeah, and one of the things I was talking about in that loss against Lake Norman, we saw some uncharacteristic turnovers from the team as Davis Lindsay able to come away with it. He'll shoot. Shot goes just wide. And Jack Harrison will restart possession for Christ School. Good defense there by number 19, Carter Blessing. Able to knock it away. Greenies keep possession. It has been raining here quite a bit, so that slip there from Parker Bird will give the opportunity for Providence Day to have their first offensive possession if they're able to get the clear. And they do, as Will Mann able to bring it across, get the touch himself. So for the first time, we're going to see Providence Day with a chance to score. That's number 22, Cole Jesse. We mentioned him earlier, and you will hear his name quite a bit today. Joining him are number 11, Alex Jamison, number 20, Matthew Donlin, alongside number 9, that's Thomas Flynn, the attackman. And number 7, Ethan Robinette. So that ball ends up being turned over there They think they saw something. Unable to convert the pass. That's Jack Fitch getting it across to the long stick. Will McNichols. Marcus Berger to Sam Bassett. And Greenies once again looking to get their offensive men on the field. Will take their time. Jack Fitch and Coles Manning. So, Thomas, we've seen a couple times this year Christ School right off the face-off, scoring within about 10 to 15 seconds. But they're really trying to take their time, take a good shot.
Right. You see Providence Day playing really solid defense, close man-to-man, not really giving up much as we see Christ School keep working the ball around and taking time of possession. And we'll see what Jack Fitch can do here.
Yeah, just over 4 minutes gone in this quarter. That's Parker Bird. Good communication so far from the Chargers. As that's Davis Lindsay. He'll shoot. Save. Great save there by Nolan Fouché, the senior. And once again, that's Will Mann who will bring it up for the Chargers. So drawing Cole Jesse today will be number 7. That's Will McNichols. And it really looks like they're trying to keep the ball out of his hands. Shot goes right into the ground from number 12, Mac Hale. Number 7, Robinette to Mac Hale. Good defense there by Marcus Berger. Short stick midi. That's Jack Fitch right there. Another short stick. Good slide from Kevin Masson. But Providence Day looking to move the ball here offensively.
Good defense by Jack Fitch, able to not let anything pass him.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like both teams really doing a good job defensively communicating. We know we've seen some slick feet so far. Wouldn't be surprised as we see a shot. Score! Great goal there from number, I want to make sure I get this right, number 12.
Mac Hale.
Mac Hale, yeah, great shot there. A bouncer goes over the head of Bo Hekimovich. And just like that, Chargers lead 1-0 over Christ School. 5:53 left in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's if you're Providence Day, that's exactly what you wanted to, how you wanted to start out this game. You didn't want to let Christ School, dictate the game straight away. The Chargers had a strong defensive possession, couple of strong defensive possessions, and able to get a good goal with Mac Hale.
Yeah, so face-off win for Tyler Campbell. Actually, they're going to give it away here. Jack Harrison will pick it up. That's Mike Peralta coming in unguarded. Nobody sees him at the last second. Number 9, Thomas Flynn picked him up. Good job there to locate the offensive player coming on. Some of the second-string middies are in right now with Keith Sugelhor, Mike Peralta, and Will Dodenhoff. Greenies really moving the ball here offensively. So when we were looking at the stats prior to the game, one of the things that we saw are both teams here really outscoring their opponents. As another save there from Nolan Fouché. Good defense. They saw him coming the whole time. As Davis Lindsay's trying to get a ride out of bounds, he does. Good job there by Lindsay. Davis Lindsay looking to do it himself, and he will. And they're going to call this, we'll see, did fall into the crease, but they're going to give him a goal. So Davis Lindsay ties it up. It is now 1-1, 4:35 left in the first quarter. Davis Lindsay able to ride him out of bounds, then restart possession for Christ School, and then score all himself. So an important possession for Christ School, especially hoping to stop momentum after the Mac Hale goal.
Absolutely. Davis Lindsay, great hustle there, and able to catch the Chargers defense off guard as he quickly gets the goal.
Yeah, I know. I think a lot of times it depends on how quickly the official calls the whistle there, and he was getting the ball, getting to the spot, and he was kind of, already running at the point in which they called it. So a good job by Davis Lindsay to tie things up. Sean Dow with the face-off win there. He is 2 for 3 on the game, and he's going full speed. Nobody's picked him up yet. He'll get up to Sam Bassett. Score! Sean Dow to Sam Bassett. And just seconds later, Christ School finds themselves up 2-1 with 4:17 left in the first quarter.
Great awareness by Sean Dow, able to have the defense, the whole Charger defense was looking at him, so he's able to find Sam Bassett kind of sneak around the crease and in for the goal.
Yeah, huge play from Sean Dow. We've talked about it. If you've followed every game so far this season, you hear us repeat ourselves quite often. But having a guy who can not only win the faceoff as Tyler Campbell. I'm not sure why I keep wanting to call him Tiger, but maybe that's because the Masters are on. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. But Tyler Campbell went early there, but Sean Dow able to not only win the faceoff, but able to make a play for Christ School. That Sam Bassett gets open, goes just over the goal, but Davis Lindsay able to recover, draws 2 defenders. Good defense. Behind the back pass to Sam Bassett. Goal scored. Greenies have scored 3 times in the last minute. And, man, you'll love to see a behind the back play there to Sam Bassett as he is able to score his second goal. That one off a pass from Davis Lindsay.
Now you see Christ School kind of settling into the game here. We kind of talked about how in past games, Christ School at the beginning of games would be able to score within 10 seconds. Now we see that after, I think they're on a 3-0 run.
Yeah, absolutely. Quick goals there. But there was some good defense I wanted to mention from Connor Lewis. He did a great job of keeping Lindsay from scoring as a good face-off win from Campbell. But Lindsay able to get it back and find an open Sam Bassett, who puts his second consecutive goal home. So number 11, Alex Jamison gives it up to 14, Blake Barwick. Blake, just a sophomore, transferred in from Charlotte Catholic this year, joining this Providence Day squad. And that's Cole Jesse behind the goal. Good ball fake there, but good defense. Drew the slide, able to give it up. Number 11, Jamison, trying to get it back here, and he does. Good job there by him. That's Hagen Brooks defensively. That's Barwick to Jamison. Jamison shoots, shot goes wide. But Cole Jesse will restart possession for the Chargers. Good defense there by Spencer Dyer. Good pick. And great job, Jack Fitch on the run here. Gives it up to Will McNichols. Greenies are off and running. They have numbers. That's Will McNichols. He'll shoot, score from long range. Will McNichols off the pass from Jack Fitch. Greenies now lead 4-0. It's always fun when you see a long stick defender get the opportunity to shoot. And I think as soon as he came across midfield with the ball in his hand, you knew he was going to give it a go. So great play there from Christ School. You saw some good defense. Saw great transition offense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it all started on defense with Spencer Dyer able to knock the ball loose and hand the ball off to Will McNichols, who'll be playing at Utah next year.
Yeah, absolutely. Utah will be starting their program next year. They've played club for the last couple years, and next year they will go to a full-time program. And, we know that lacrosse is gaining steam all over the nation, but specifically one of the fastest places that's growing is the West. So would love to see the Pac-12 at some point have teams with UCLA, with teams like Oregon and Oregon State as well. So excited for him to be joining that University of Utah program next year. Coming off the field, Tyler Campbell coming onto the field. He's got room. That's Thomas Flynn. Good dodge there. Shot. Nope. It was a pass. And good job by Hekimovich to pick it up. And Greenies are off again. That's Andrew King on the far side of the field. He's got numbers. It's a 5-on-4. Gives it up. That's Jack Harrison from deep range. Jack Harrison scores. Greenies 5 consecutive goals, all coming in the last 5:53 of the first quarter. And, man, what a couple minutes for Christ School here. And one thing that you never want to be overlooked is that possession, that goal, all came from the defensive pressure that we saw from Christ School.
Yeah, even on the last goal, too. And with McNichols and now with
Jack Fitch,
Yeah, Harrison able to finish there. And the senior from Charlotte makes it 5 consecutive goals now.
Yeah, absolutely. So they're going to call a hold on Campbell. Christ School will get possession. That's Keith Zugelhor. That's Dodenhoff. He is off and running. He's going to have a go himself. Bouncer saved by Fouché. And Providence Day will be looking to move here. That's number 27 with the ball, Connor Lewis, looking to bring it up. Good job, good double team there from Lindsay and Zugelhor. Lindsay off and moving. Good move, good dodge, shot, score, Davis. Lindsay, stop it. That was impressive. And, one of the things we talked about, and we saw a concerted effort as the Greenies played Asheville School on Tuesday, one of the things that they wanted to make sure that they were able to do is if they gave the ball up on the offensive end, whether it be a turnover or missed shot, they wanted to get their ride percentage, be able to get the ball back before it got over midfield. They wanted to keep that percentage up. And 2 times here consecutively, great double team from Davis Lindsay and Keith Zugelhor able to get another ride there, get the ball, and get a good score for Christ School. So 40 seconds remaining. Face-off win there from Sean Dow. Greenies off. Good pass knocked away from number 38.
Will Mann.
Will Mann, excuse me. Yeah, I just want to make sure he got the credit he was due for that great knockdown there. And Providence Day will have the ball. Peralta, Zugelhor coming off. Hagen Brooks, Ross Oakley coming on, but turnover for the Chargers. 20 seconds left, last possession here probably of the quarter, as that's Dodenhoff able to bring it over. And they're going to call a timeout. So a timeout will be called by Jeff Miles and his staff. Jeff Miles in his 18th year at Christ School started the program here. As we mentioned, 0-6, their first year as a program. Now coming off 2 consecutive years, state championships. Also, 2 years ago, they had the Geico started the first ever national championship tournament, and Christ School had been invited to that as well. Unfortunately, drew IMG in the first round, and so they were defeated in that game, but just having the opportunity to go out to D.C. and watch that game, Christ School's program has really taken off, and as Coach Miles heads on to be the head of school at Raven Gap, a new coach will come in at some point here soon, but the Greenies, on the team, really hoping to send Coach Miles off with, the right way.
Right, absolutely. Coach Miles has done a lot for this school and the program. He'll be off at Raven Gap next year, and I believe they do not have a lacrosse program.
I wouldn't be surprised, though, if in the next 2 years we do see a lacrosse program from Raven Gap, which would be great because they're in our conference for other sports, so it'd be nice to have both Asheville School and Raven Gap, 2 teams in the conference as well. But coming out of the half here, coming out of this timeout, 16 seconds remaining. Christ School 6 consecutive goals. They're up 6-1, and really just a very quick change of momentum there as Providence Day able to come out with that first goal.
Yeah, absolutely. I think if you're Christ School, you're definitely going to take a shot here and not hold for possession.
Well, we'll see. I think if they have a good opportunity, maybe they take it. I think we saw at the end of the first quarter of the Asheville school game, didn't really have a shot, ended up giving it up. But let's see what play they run here. 9 seconds, 8. That's Jack Fitch with the ball at the top to Davis Lindsay. Lindsay to Bassett, and Bassett somehow sneaks it home. Wow. What a shot. A pass from Jack Fitch, a goal from Sam Bassett. He's got a hat trick, and kind of came off a pick there. Kind of had a jump shot, so to speak, and impressive goal from him. Greenies up 7-1 after the first quarter. And Thomas, I have to be honest, when we talked about this game, I would never have guessed that this would be the score coming out of this first quarter.
No, me neither. The first minute or two, you thought it was going to be a dogfight, 1-2 goal difference. But now we see Christ School up 6 now.
So that was Colin's shot there with the face-off win. Greenies go into the first quarter break up 7-1. And you mentioned, you thought this was going to be a dogfight. I still think it will be. And as I mentioned, the state championship game last year, Greenies found themselves. Hold on. We'll be right back. One of the things that we mentioned was the fact that Christ School did find themselves up about 9-1 in the middle of the second quarter of that state championship game. And Providence Day, they marched right back into the game, got it within 3. Honestly, fortunately, I think for Christ School, there was a bit of a rain delay as a storm came in last year, and they were able to come out of that rain delay and score a couple quick goals. But this Providence Day team is incredibly talented. And, you don't win 8 games in a row. You don't win 12 games on the season without, fighting. So I would imagine, Coach Bobby Thompson's drawing something up here, and they're going to have a real successful first couple minutes to this second quarter.
Right, and Providence Day's played the same teams that Christ School's played. They've beaten Charlotte Catholic and also Charlotte Country Day, who both close games also for the Greenies. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Chargers made a run here. Yeah, you're right. I think they also played Durham Academy. So we know what this team is capable of, certainly, and by no means is anyone going to say that this game is over. So Christ School in white will be going from right to left on your screen. Providence Day in blue from left to right. Second quarter nearly underway. Definitely a fight here. Good face-off win from Tyler Campbell. Good pass, good shot. 11:46 left in the second quarter. And we mentioned that Providence Day might get to a quick start. That's about as quick as you can get as Providence Day scores that goal. And that was all started by Tyler Campbell's face-off win. So great goal there. We see the sophomore Cole Jesse getting involved now. His first
goal?
Just
the first goal of the game. Mac Hale had the first one. So great play and great possession from Providence Day. Right now, in the with 3 minutes to go in the second quarter of the JV lacrosse game, which is down on our lower field, the game is 1-1 between Providence Day and the Greenies of Christ School. Good face-off win. Jack Fitch with the touch. Jack Harrison picks it up, and not much you can do there if you are Nolan Fouché, as the ball unfortunately kind of just So it looks like he must have been in the crease there, so that goal will not count.
Let's see if the Chargers can go quick and catch the Greenies off guard. They'll settle down here.
Yeah, it looked like the ball kind of rolled away from the defense, and Jack Harrison was able to pick it up, but unfortunately ran into the crease, I believe. So still 7-2, 11 minutes left in the second quarter. With the ball right now, that's Jamison. Jamison, just a junior for Providence Day.
See Oakley down behind the goal, playing really tight defense against Robinette.
Yeah, Robinette was one of the guys that, all of the boys on the team were talking about prior to the game, as he's going to take a shot. It's going to go wide. Good save there by Mac Hale. And a flag is down, so opportunity for Providence Day, but a nice save from Bo Hekimovich. And it really looks like they're trying to lock off Robinette here and keep the ball out of his hands. So it's going to be a 1-minute penalty for unnecessary hit. All right, so 1-minute penalty. He will be released. Actually, okay, I thought for a second that Oakley was coming off for a penalty. Just one penalty, 1 minute. He will be released at 9:14. First man-up opportunity for either team this game. Let's see what Providence Day is able to do. An unfortunate turnover there from number 7, Robinette. Threw it over the head. They will certainly look to get a ride here, as that's Kevin Masson up to Marcus Berger. But Jack Fitch able to corral it. He falls, able to get up here. So Sam Bassett, still 30 seconds left on this man-up or man-down situation for Christ School.
Another flag down.
So it's a 1-minute penalty. It looks like it's going to be on Robinette. He's coming off. That doesn't mean the penalty is necessarily on him.
Didn't get a clear call of what it was or who it was on.
Yep. So a 30-second penalty, but still 21 seconds left on that Spencer Dyer penalty. So only about 9 seconds up, 9 true seconds of man up. All right, so actually it looks like, I got so many guys coming in and out. The officials are making the calls from about midfield, so it's really tough for us to tell what the calls are officially. But right now, Spencer Dyer about to come back in. Good save there by Fouché. Jack Fitch, he'll shoot, he'll go low, but that shot was saved. Fouché's 4th save of the game. So Greenies are officially now man up, only about 9 seconds. Zugelhor to Fitch, Fitch over to Bassett, Parker Bird, and now we are completely level here. Greenies doing a good job moving the ball. Sam Bassett, he'll shoot that shot, score. 4th goal of the game for Sam Bassett. And Greenies find themselves up 8-2. Not sure who had the assist there, but great ball movement from the Greenies.
This is what you love to see. Sam Bassett, last year he was on JV lacrosse.
Yeah, just an 8th grader last year. Right. Actually was called up for the varsity playoffs and did score, I believe, in either the quarterfinals or the semifinals for Christ School. So Sam Bassett, real excited to be calling his name for the next 4 years.
Absolutely.
So Dow and Campbell back at it here. Face-off win there for Sean Dow. He'll hustle off. All right, so for those of you wondering what was going on there, what happened was after the face-off, number 3, Campbell and Sean Dow were coming off the field. I think the official thought they were jawing at each other and forgot. Well, he certainly didn't know they're friends.
Right.
And in fact, he was trying to. They were trying to say to the official, "We're friends. We're just having a good time out here." But nonetheless, they called unsportsmanlike conduct on both teams. So if it looked like things were getting chippy, they aren't. Just two friends having a good time. But the official, obviously, with helmets on, it's hard to tell sometimes if guys are upset at one another or if they're jawing at each other.
Just got some catching up to do.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so Christ School will keep possession here. Eight to 2, 8:41 left in the second quarter. That's Dodenhoff over to Bassett. Already 4 goals this game for him. Davis Lindsay being guarded by number 27, Connor Lewis. Tough draw for him, but certainly we've heard quite a bit about him from the coaching staff. One of their best defenders is Davis Lindsay. Kind of sidearms it. Looks like this might be a turnover. See if they're able to keep it in. The whistle blows. That will be a turnover. Checking into the game will be number 32. That's Coker Ford with Berger, Lilly, Dyer. Turnover. Marcus Berger, he'll give it up to Jack Harrison. Harrison over to Lindsay. He's going to shoot, and that's going to be a score. Christ School with a great defensive play from Marcus Berger to get the steal. And he is able to get it up to Jack Harrison over to Davis Lindsay. And the Greenies find themselves leading 9-2. Yeah, Providence Day was trying to get a timeout there. Unfortunately, before they could get the timeout, a pass was made, stolen by Marcus Berger.
Now we see Colin Schott and Robinette here on the face-off.
So on the JV field, Christ School leads 3-1 at the end of the first half. Face-off win there for Providence Day. So with the ball right now, that's number 20, Matthew Donlin. We got a wide open player here. He goes just wide. Good save from Hekimovic, able to knock it away, but a good opportunity there from Jamison, unable to put it home. Restarting possession. Now number 4, that's Aiden Wolfinger. Joining him on offense, number 11, Jamison Barwick, and he'll have a go. That one goes wide as well.
Good hustle by Hekimovic. It'll go Christ School's way.
Let's see what Providence Day's choice is here. Nobody's picking up Hekimovic. Was able to score a goal for his AAU team. I guess it's probably called travel team. We got a wide open goal situation here. What's going to happen? Unfortunately, and I can't say that I've seen that before, but it looked like Jamison went to try and score, kind of got stuck in his stick there.
Good hustle by Hekimovic to get back and disrupt the goal.
Yeah, I think that's a good point, disrupting. You know, I don't know if he actually was able to, I don't think he would have had a situation where he could have gotten a save, but at least to make it a little bit more difficult. All right, so it's going to be a man-up opportunity, I believe, for Providence Day. There's a flag on the field. All right, flag will be waved off, but it will be PD ball. Good move there. Good pass. Shot. Score. What a goal there from number 20, Matthew Donlin, off a fantastic move by number 11, Alex Jamison. Kind of came around there, able to beat his man, drew the slide, and gave it up rightly to Donlin, who puts that one home. So 9-3, Christ School lead down to 6. But still 6:39 left in the half. Another 24 minutes of the second half. There is more than enough time.
Both Dow and Campbell back in.
Good job there by Campbell. Marcus Berger getting in there. Kind of a mad scrum for the ball, but let's see. Providence Day able to come away with it. So, throughout this season, we've seen Sean Dow at about 80% from the faceoff circle. Things have been pretty even so far this game. Tyler Campbell doing a great job. That's Mac Hale with the ball. Kevin Masson in on it, playing good defense.
Chargers will keep possession.
Yeah, that's Mac Hale. Defense being played by Jack Fitch. That's Campbell, Wolfinger, Jesse. And a turnover picked up there by Sam Bassett. He's got a trailer. See if he sees him. Davis Lindsay unable to corral it, but picked up by Marcus Berger, who gets it over to Jack Harrison. But a great save by Nolan Fouché, able to knock it away.
I think they're going to say Harrison was. As we see a flag here.
Yeah, delay of game. Yeah, delay of game called there on Jack Fitch. I think just a 30-second penalty. Restarting possession will be Ethan Robinette. Man up, opportunity for Providence Day. Took a little bit to get that going. But Robinette, Campbell, Mac Hale joining him, Cole Jesse, and number 14, Blake Barwick. So man up squad for PD. Last time they gave the ball away. Let's see what they're able to do with it here. And they're going to score. Great pass from Campbell. Got it inside to Matthew Donlin, who scores his second consecutive goal of the game. 9-4, and a timeout will be called by Christ School. So 9-4 with 5 minutes left in the first half. We'll be back shortly. So Providence Day able to score on that man-up opportunity off the goal from Matt Donlin. the pass from Tyler Campbell and Sean Dow and Campbell, the two friends, might we add, back at the face-off circle. As we mentioned, about even so far this game. No more timeouts this half for Christ School. Both guys working hard to get the ball. But another face-off win from Tyler Campbell. Got to say, I've been very impressed by him so far this game. Just a sophomore like Sean. And Providence Day will call a timeout. So another good face-off win from PD. They trail 9-4, but have a chance here to draw something up, take their time, and get a good possession.
Yeah, last time we didn't really get to talk about that last goal scored by Donlin. He was able to find the empty spot, open zone in the defense, because they were man up. It was a great find. I believe it was Robinette with the assist. I could be wrong, though.
I think it was Tyler Campbell, to be honest. But, as we mentioned, Robinette's a guy that you got to look out for on the offensive end. One of the reasons why they've been locking him off so far this game. But sometimes when you lock one guy off, other guys like that get open. And Campbell, both from the face-off X and as well offensively, have been really tough to stop. So 2 consecutive goals for Providence Day. Greenies up 5.
If you're the head coach for Providence Day, what are you drawing up here?
Well, certainly, we mentioned before, not a man-up opportunity, but offensively, if you're moving the ball on offense, it's the best opportunity for you to get a slide, get rid of the ball, which is one of the things that Christ School struggled with a bit in that Lake Norman game. Lake Norman able to play some great defense, and we weren't able to get the ball when we got double teamed. Weren't able to give it away or give it up to the guy to find another person open for the goal. Not quite sure if that made sense, but basically what I'm trying to say is they need to move the ball and make sure that they get a good shot, especially if you're going to use a timeout. Thought about it, decided to give it up. Not the place where you want to take a shot from about 20 yards out. Offensively for PD, we see Robinette, we see Jesse, Mac Hale, Donlin's in. Donlin from the same place he scored last time. That one will be saved by Hekimovich. So it kind of drew up the same play that they scored on last time, but Hekimovich ready for them this time as Spencer Dyer back to Hekimovich. Hekimovich up to Kevin Masson, takes his time, but unfortunately turns it over there. And number 19, that's Carter Blessing, will take it out, restarting possession. Greenies looking to get a ride here, maybe get the ball back. Robinette up to Will Mann. Mann gets it up to Mac Hale. Big possession for both teams. PD, good move there. But a good save from Hekimovich, and it looks like he was in the crease. So Kevin Masson, who just turned it over a second ago, looking to give it up. Unfortunately, gave it up in the wrong spot. Matthew Donlin able to come away with it, but Bo Hekimovich with a risky play, but a great job nonetheless. And that's McNichols.
Fighting for his life.
Yeah, absolutely. Good hustle from Donlin. Has to give it up here. Harrison unable to come away with it. Nolan Fouché comes out and gives it up to 27. That's Connor Lewis. Connor Lewis over to Robinette. And the Chargers are on the move here. 2:30 remaining in the first half. Greenies up 9-4.
Jesse's just going to take his time here, not rush anything, get a good look.
Yeah, absolutely. Number 4, that's Wolfinger. Number 9, Thomas Flynn in as well with Donlin, Hale, and Robinette. Greenies doing a good job of defending here, getting their sticks up, trying to make a pass difficult. Pass stolen by Kevin Masson. Good hit there, no foul called. And that's going to be a goal. Number 22, Cole Jesse with the goal. 3 consecutive goals for Providence Day. And big hit there, able to knock it loose. And Cole Jesse comes away with it, his second goal of the game. So Campbell and Dow find themselves back at the face-off X. And I think this is a big face-off for both teams here.
Absolutely. Momentum's kind of going towards Providence Day. Christ School, it's been a while since they made their run. Let's see if Sean Dow can get possession here.
Yeah, this will be a big possession, and he does. Let's see what he's able to do. Draws the defense. Jack Harrison shoots. That shot will go wide, but Sam Bassett keeps possession. All right, so blew the whistle because you got to wait 5 seconds before you just take it out of bounds. Oh, that is a tough shot there. Davis Lindsay to Jack Harrison. Not sure if Fouché saw him. And the Greenies first to 10 here, as that's Davis Lindsay's second assist. 5 points on the game. Jack Harrison gets his first goal to go along with an assist. 10-5. 126 seconds, minute and 26 seconds left in the first half.
Very unselfish play by Davis Lindsay, able to give it up to Jack Harrison.
Quick clamp there from Sean Dow, but good pressure from Campbell. Let's see who comes away with it. Ball up in the air, nobody sees it. But PD gets it. Great play from Mac Hale. Good pass. Donlin over to Wolfinger. What a goal by Providence Day. Pass over from Wolfinger. Found Cole Jesse, and they score. What a play from Providence Day, Thomas.
Yeah, it all started from the face-off. A 50-50 ball kind of up in the air. Nobody saw it. Providence Day able to come down with it, and just great ball movement. Nothing you can really do if you're Hekimovich there.
Yeah, the Greenies only given up 5.9 goals per game. 83 in 14 games this season. Already given up 6 in this first half. They're scoring about 15 goals per game, already at 10. So a much higher scoring game than I thought, especially with 2 great goalies. But Sean Dow comes away with it. Let's see what he's able to do. Gives it up to Jack Harrison. We're under a minute here to play. Davis Lindsay being guarded by Lewis. He's going to take his time. I've always been impressed by Lindsay's ability to kind of tiptoe the sidelines. Obviously, we're a good 50, 60 meters away. But from up here, it looks like he's only about a couple inches from the sideline. But you never see him speed up. Certainly
Right.
Very comfortable. Probably most comfortable behind the goal.
Both he and Harrison you see behind the goal, usually when they're on offense. And they're kind of just taking their time here.
Yeah, 30 seconds left. Don't need to force anything. Don't want to give Providence Day the opportunity, especially having scored 5 goals this quarter. But Davis Lindsay, that one goes over the net. Sam Bassett will restart possession. Davis Lindsay gets it back. Had a good chance there. 7 seconds. 6, 5. Makes a move. Sidearm pass. Gets knocked away. And we will head into the half with a score of 10-6. Christ School leading here. And a good half from Christ School, certainly. What do you think?
Absolutely. You look at offense, they kind of struggled to get the ball there for a moment in the second quarter as Providence Day went on a run. We saw from performances from Providence Day, from Robinette to Jesse and Campbell. Campbell's been really good at his face-offs, especially against Sean Dow, who's been into the upper 80% as far as face-offs go.
Yeah, I want to also mention Matthew Donlin, who scored 2 of the last goals for Providence Day. He's been fantastic so far this game. Really done a great job of finding room inside the crease or near the crease to score. So at the half, Greenies lead 10-6. Man, high-scoring game so far, but certainly a lot of fun to watch.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll be back shortly. 9 minutes and 14 seconds until the start of the second half. We'll be back.
Hello?
Welcome to Cry School.
Cool.
Follow me.
Your future is coming for you. But don't worry, we'll get you ready.
Hi, my name is Brooke DePelto, and I'm the Dean of Academics and Curriculum at Cry School. Cry School is a small school. We only have 290 students, and that's great because when a school is small, when you have a school of our size, you're gonna sit in the front of the classroom because there really is no back of the classroom. We see our students as individuals. We don't see them as a collective group. They're not a mass, they are people. They're individuals with hopes and dreams and goals, and our faculty see them for who they are, and they work with them to move them forward. We really believe in customizing a student's schedule to meet his needs. So if you're passionate about science, we have all the science classes you could dream of taking. If your strength is math, we offer 4 years of college math at the high school level. If you're passionate about language, you can double up in language. You can study Spanish and Arabic. You can study Arabic and Mandarin. You don't get to be a number, you get to be you. And as you get to choose the classes that best meet your ability and your needs and your desires. Research tells us that boys learn differently, and it's true. Boys are more active learners. In our Learning Resources program here at Cry School, we have different avenues to help our students. We have teachers who work with them to teach compensatory strategies. That program is really individualized, but it's within a class. We also have a writing center where students can receive one-on-one support with their written work. So we're working to augment our students' skills so that they can be the best students they can be here at Cry School. We try to use a variety of testing mechanisms. So students will take standardized tests, They'll take classroom exams, classroom assessments, but they'll also do project-based learning where they have to work in groups, where they have to be thoughtful and deliberate in creating and designing a project. We're really immersed in our community and we're immersed in our surroundings. Education doesn't just happen inside the walls of a classroom. There are opportunities everywhere, every day to learn and to grow. One of the really great things about an independent school is that you get to see your teachers in different lights. You see them as your teacher, you see them as your coach, you see them as your dorm parent, and so you build these multi-dimensional relationships in which you actually get to see your teachers as real people. Our teachers care about our boys, they care about them, and I'm going to come back to this again and again, because at the end of the day, we're all working towards the same goal, and that goal is to educate and prepare our boys for college.
My name's Kirk Blackard. I'm Director of College Guidance. I've been here for 14 years. In the College Guidance Office, we survey the parents and the students early on with college preferences to see what they want. We work really hard to get to know the kids, and we can do that here because we see them in all kinds of activities in the classroom, on stage, in athletics. And so we have a real good sense as to their personality, their preferences. And then in their junior year, we're beginning to really look at their interests and their talents, their academic profile. And with that, we divide schools into different categories. Good bet, middle of the road, and reach. It's a system that's really worked well for us and prepared the students and the families for what lies ahead next.
Coming into this process as a junior, as a sophomore, even earlier, it's very overwhelming. There's a large number of colleges to choose from and be interested in and learn about. And the College Guidance Office, they're there for us at every level. Even when you're being introduced to test taking, they're there to support you and say, these are the areas you need to work on. They're even there to tell you what the tests are like if you've never taken them before. They're there to help you explore wider college options before you narrow it down in your late junior year.
One of the unique parts of our office is the Writing Center, and we are so fortunate to have our English department work in conjunction with us to develop their college essays. They learn how to write essays in the spring of their junior year. And by the time they come back in August for their senior year, they have an essay in their back pocket and they're ready to go with the essays that all the colleges have.
You would think that your child's the only one they're helping with how meticulous they are and how helpful they are. So as a parent, that was big, huge, because guidance department just wraps their arms around every aspect and takes care of it. So we feel confident in it and our children have felt confident in it. And then when that first letter comes in that you got accepted somewhere, they rejoice with you, they're excited with you, and then they move on to the next one. They are smart and have researched it and are really providing a service that is second to none.
We make every opportunity to be with the parents and the students because we're on the same team. We're very proactive when it comes time to communicating with parents, whether it's by email or by phone or even text these days. And our effort together has resulted in some great final decisions. It is such a privilege and an honor to work with these kids who come to Christ School with these qualities, and we just need to bring them out in a college application, and that's what we do.
All right, we're back for the second half between the Chargers of Providence Day and the Greenies of Christ School. Score is 10-6, high-scoring game here in Arden, North Carolina. Back to the face-off X, where both teams are about even today. Tyler Campbell, he'll go early. Sean Dow with the face-off win. Berger with the touch. Now Sam Bassett over to Davis Lindsay. Coles Manning and Fitch coming on the field. That's Coles Manning with it. Over to Jack Fitch. Jack Fitch joining Christ School from Boone, North Carolina this year. Good dodge there. Left-handed shot. Bouncer will go over the net. But a good shot opportunity for him as Jack Harrison over to Davis Lindsay. Davis Lindsay works best going from left to right. And a good save there, Nolan Fouché. Good job by Lindsay, make life difficult. Ball over to Robinette. Defense here by Berger, trying to keep him from getting the ball to his right hand. Wolfinger with the ball, trying to get the ball to Blake Barwick. Good defense from Masson. Oh, slick feet here. Opportunity for Providence Day, and they're going to score. So I kind of thought about it earlier. It felt like one of the things that we might see is an unfortunate defensive slip, and we saw it there, able to capitalize.
Great awareness by Cole Jesse to see that fall, able to go back and up and pass the ball off.
Yeah, made a quick reaction, quick decision there. Good job getting the ball to the offensive player, wide open right in front of the goal. Not much you can do there. See who comes away with it there. It looks like Campbell has the clamp. They're going to call a hold, though, on Campbell. Keith Zugelhor with the ball. Dodenhoff coming on. Bassett being guarded by Blessing. Also see number 5. That's John Morris Byrne. And a turnover from Christ School.
Dodenhoff couldn't hold possession there. He'll go the other way.
Yeah, he'll have to stay on as a short stick midi here. Good hustle by Peralta to get off the field. So big possession here for Providence Day. If they're able to come out and score 2 quick goals, that would be huge for the Chargers. Good defense here by Lilly getting in on his hands on Donlin. Good switch, Marcus Berger. Coach Bobby Thompson calling for cutters here. Oh, good pass over to Wolfinger. Didn't see it until the last minute. Lilly coming away with it. Lilly over to Bo Hekmovich, who's going to run it up himself. Last time found himself in a difficult situation. This time able to get rid of it. Let's see if Dodenhoff can come away with it. They're going to call holding as he was sitting on the ball. So Providence Day off and running. That's Wolfinger. Wolfinger picks it up, makes a dodge, pass over to Matthew Donlin. And what are you going to do there? Hold on. Oh, okay, they're going to call a goal. It looked like for a second, weren't sure what was going to happen. So Matthew Donlin scores 10-8. So a huge first 3 minutes, Thomas, from Providence Day.
Yeah, you see Providence Day kind of making a run. Donlin able to make Bo work again. Not much you can do there if you're Hekmovich. Just another one of those goals.
Yeah, you're right.
We're here for another face-off. it's been pretty evenly matched as far as face-offs go, I'd say.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You know, one of the things we've seen throughout this year is Sean Dow really taking advantage, as he does here. But Tyler Campbell's been great. Knocking it away. Can't quite see who that is. Number 19, a flag is down, and that flag is going to be on Christ School. So man up opportunity for Providence Day. And in terms of starting a half the right way, I don't think Providence Day could have had a better start to this half, as not only have they scored 2 quick goals to get them within 2, but simultaneously now they have a man up situation.
Yeah, it's been a scrappy game. The officials kind of letting them play it out, but, you know, able to get the penalty there. So now we'll see how the Greenies can hold on defense with the man up.
Yeah, I believe there have been 2 of them so far this game. I think they were able to kill the first one, scored on the second one. As we see Robinette with the ball, Donlin, he'll shoot, saved. Hekimovic, good job there. Saw it the whole way. Hekimovic unafraid to take it himself. Finds Hagen Brooks. Good play there. Hagen Brooks will look to kill the penalty, and he gets it to the penalty killer. This Davis Lindsay does a great job of taking his time and making life difficult, this time for Connor Lewis. So Davis Lindsay continues to take his time. They're not pressing him. Connor Lewis playing defense. Coles Manning ready to come in for Christ School. All right, so he has been released. Coles Manning now comes on the field. Now they have killed the penalty again. Davis just misses that opportunity as he got pressed. We don't see many people try and press up there on Davis Lindsay. And you saw he's able to beat his man. It looks like, okay, so that ball went into the net on the left side. So that's Robinette here. Defense, goes good defense there by number 21, Parker Bird. Normally an attackman, having to play a little bit of defense here against Robinette. Another slip and fall. Let's see what. All right, PD unable to capitalize there. Good job getting up quickly by Parker Bird, and good help defense from Fitch. But you got 3 midfielders in right now defensively for the Greenies. Not an ideal situation. Barwick with the move. Good defense by Coles Manning. Mac Hale with the ball.
Christ School is not letting anything to the other attackmen.
Yeah, really trying to keep the ball out of Jesse's hands, and especially after being scored on twice to start the half. Got to have a good defensive possession here. Matthew Downland scored 3 goals this game with the ball. Good defense from Coles Manning, able to get around. Shot! Score! And that is 3 goals to start the quarter. That one from Blake Barwick. And a big goal for Providence Day. 10-9, just a 1-goal game.
Yeah, Barwick, the sophomore, able to make an impact early, or not really early, but in this game. We talked about him earlier, transferring from Charlotte Catholic.
Yep.
He's been a real spark plug for this Charger offense.
Yeah, you're right. And, one of the things I think that you mentioned earlier in the game was the fact that, Christ School was up 7-1. And, we mentioned, I said, Providence Day, this is a team that plays hard, and I would not be surprised to see them back in the game. And with a score, if Sam Bassett is going to continue to find himself that open, as Parker Bird has the assist, 5 goals for Sam Bassett. And a great goal, much needed goal for the Greenies, 11-1.
This is where Christ School is so dominant. Right after a goal from Providence Day, Sean Dowd's able to win it and get a quick score and shift the momentum.
Another face-off win, 2 consecutive face-off wins for the Greenies. That's Davis Lindsay at full speed, looking to make a pass. He does. Sam Bassett, goal number 6. Sam Bassett doing a great job of cutting, finding himself open in the right place at the right time, and leave it to Davis Lindsay with his 6th point of the game to find him open. So, Providence Day gets it within 1, and really lacrosse at times, you score in bunches. We saw 3 quick goals from Providence Day. Earlier we saw 6 quick goals from Christ School. But now Christ School able to match those 2 first goals from Providence Day with 2 of their own. But a face-off win from Campbell. So Marcus Berger will hustle on. Numbers for PD. And they turn it over. So big turnover there from the Chargers. Greenies will restart possession. 5 minutes left in the third quarter. That's Kevin Masson. Timeout goes to Christ School. So an important time here for the Greenies and for the Providence Day Chargers. Chargers obviously don't want to let this get away after only being within 1 goal. Christ School trying to lengthen the lead. So we'll see what happens right after this timeout, with the Greenies leading 12-9 over the Chargers of Providence Day. So offensively for Christ School, we have Lindsay, Fitch, Bassett, Coles Manning, and Jack Harrison, with Parker Bird taking it out. I don't think we mentioned it since the opening. I just certainly want to thank you guys for joining us on the Christ School Broadcast Network. I believe this is our 6th varsity lacrosse game of the year. We've had a JV lacrosse game. We've had some varsity baseball games, as well as a JV lacrosse game, or excuse me, a JV baseball game last night. So thank you guys for joining us for this huge NCAA SAA matchup between the Greenies and Providence Day. Huge playoff implications, Thomas, for this game.
Yeah, you said it earlier. Whoever wins this game could potentially wind up as the #1 seed with home field advantage. And Christ School was fortunate enough to host the past 2 state championships as the #1 seed.
Yeah, you're right. It's not just the state championship, but it's the fact that you get the entire playoffs at home. So that's 6 playoff games consecutively at home for the Greenies. In fact, the last playoff game that they lost, they hosted the first 2 rounds, and then they found themselves at Ravenscroft, and they lost that game 9-7. So, at least for the 3 years that I've been here, actually 4 years, I've been here at Christ School, whichever team has home court advantage home field advantage in the state championship has come out with a victory. So we know how important that is, whether it's lacrosse or the NBA playoffs, having the opportunity to play at home is big for both teams. So I think both teams know that. I don't know if that had to be communicated before the game to the players, and just been, very impressed with both teams so far.
Yeah, Providence Day, they're certainly playing like it. Even though the scoreboard says they're down, they've really been able to fight, and every time Christ School's kind of pulled away, Providence Day's kind of come back and not really letting up.
It's such a great point. And I have to be honest, all week and even, after the game, after the state championship game last year, I was so impressed by the Chargers. And I really, they talk about players having games circled on their schedule. I have had this game circled on my schedule since it came out because I knew that this team was young. I knew that they were talented. Now they find themselves a year older, a year better. And so, just coming out right away, we saw that when they scored the first goal of the game. Then they got down 6, and then right off the bat, just consecutive goals to start this half. So this team's got a lot of fight, and I wouldn't be surprised to see these two teams matched up at some point in the playoffs as well. So both teams really trying to feel themselves out here, and both teams wanting to come away with a victory in this game today. So that's number 4. That's Wolfinger. Over to Robinette. Robinette to Donlin. Greenie's doing a good job of communicating defensively. Moving the ball, surveying as Wolfinger looking for the open man. Donlin will find it. That shot will go wide. But they will keep possession. Just under 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Unable to corral it was Robinette. Greenies looking to pick it up. 50-50 ball here. Flying out of the air is Wolfinger to pick that one up. So I was just curious with Sam Bassett having scored 6 goals already. What was the school record for most goals scored in a game? Impressively, it is 9 goals scored by Andrew Walter, and that's back versus Caldwell Academy in 2010. So
wow.
As impressive as 6 goals has been so far from Sam Bassett, to think he needs 3 more just to tie the record, really would love to have seen that game against Caldwell Academy and what Andrew Walters was able to do nearly a decade ago.
As we see Hekimovich taking it all the way.
Yeah. Okay, not sure what's happened here. Hold on. All sorts of coaches trying to get on the field here.
I think they called him for offsides, but Christ School says they had a man back.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're going to give it to Christ School or if the officials talked about it. Just waiting to start possession here. So it looks like Christ School will have the ball with under a minute remaining. That's Jack Fitch able to get the touch. Christ School most likely will take their time here as Fitch gives it up to Manning. Over to Bird. Good move from Bird. Over to Bassett. Bassett does a great job of giving it up quick to Harrison. And they're trying to lock off Davis Lindsay. They know what he's capable of doing, especially in pressure situations like this.
Yeah, and that's the thing about Christ School is there's so many guys that can score. If you cut one guy off, you'll have performances like we see from Bassett with 6 goals. As we see Providence, Bird with the steal.
Yeah, able to come away with it. Coles Manning and Davis Lindsay able to get in there. Manning will go back on. We got 10 seconds left. Greenie's looking to get a shot. Parker Bird tries to beat his man, falls down. Jack Fitch, 4 seconds. Sam Bassett, give me number 7. And that is 7 goals for Sam Bassett. Jack Fitch with the assist. Found him cross the field. And Sam Bassett with 7 goals. So maybe Sam Bassett Man, just impressive performance so far. So the officials are trying to tell us something. All right, so they're going to call the quarter. Not much time left, not much opportunity for time when there's 0.1 seconds left on the clock. So heading into the fourth period, we have Christ School leading Providence Day by a score of 13-9. 3 quick goals from Providence Day to start the quarter to get within 1, and then 3 goals to end the quarter from Christ School. So kind of a tale of the first 6 minutes for both teams here.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of, once you see a goal from Providence Day and you're talking about that, and then Christ School quickly responds with, a run of their own. And, I mean, if you're Coach Miles, if you're aware of the record, do you tell Sam Bassett? Or?
Oh, certainly not. And one thing I've always been impressed about with Coach Miles is that he, in terms of, the guys don't know their stats during the season. They're not keeping track, which I think is incredibly admirable, especially in a time where, you see a lot of guys in sports saying, how many points did I have? How many of this did I get? And Coach Miles keeps all of the stats himself, goes through the games afterwards, and it isn't until the end of the year does he update, career records or anything like that. So, yeah, I'm sure at the end of this game, somebody's going to tell Sam, hey, you had 7 goals, or you had, 8 goals, whatever it may be. But certainly during the game, if Sam could say, I scored 0 goals, but we came out with a win, that's the kind of guy he is. So as we head into the all-important fourth quarter here, Campbell, Sean Dow at the faceoff X. Looks like Sean Dow has the clamp. Let's see if he's able to come away with it. But no, it's the speedy Alex Jamison with the ball. Couple greenies running off. Andrew King running on. Shot Jamison right into the net of Bo Hekmovich. Kevin Masson gives it up. Will McNichols, who scored earlier. Greenies trying to come away with it. And that's Mac Hale, scored the first goal of the game for Providence Day on the run, 5-on-4. Great pass. No look behind the back, Matthew Donnellan. And that was a fun play.
It was. Cole Jesse was actually the one that scored there. And, just to see the behind the back there was something special.
You're right. I think for the last couple, for the quarter, I've been calling Jesse Donlin, so that's on me. But, yeah, great goal from Jesse there, able to score behind the back, 13-10, 11-18. So, it comes down to, sometimes it comes down to those 50-50 balls. Mm-hmm. Who's going to come away with it? Who wants it more? And the Chargers definitely wanted that one more than Christ School. So they're going to call a hold on Sean Dow. All right, so there's a flag down. Okay, so flag's down. The clock is still going. Could just be me. I just feel like the officials aren't doing the best job of communicating what's going on here. But
it's hard to hear from up here. But
it is hard to hear. Jack Fitch picks it up, and now the whistle will blow. So a legal substitution will be called on Will McNichols. I believe that's a 30-second penalty. Man up opportunity for the Chargers.
We'll see how Christ School does on defense. I believe last time they were man down, the Chargers were able to score.
Yeah, I think they're about 50-50 so far this game. Hale to Robinette. Robinette to Campbell. That's Cole Jesse with the ball, the sophomore. Donlan's out there as well. Donlan unable to keep it in the stick. Ground ball, gets it inside to Hekimovic. Hekimovic trying to figure out who he's going to give it up to. He finds Spencer Dyer. Dyer is moving here. Nobody's going to pick him up. Let's see what happens. He's going to take a shot. Goes off the top of the goal. Thought Spencer might have his first goal of the season.
Earlier we saw McNichols get a goal, so Spencer trying to even it out. Oh.
Good save there by Fouché. He's got 4 seconds to get out of the circle. He does. Providence Day Greenies trying to get a ride here. They give it up. That's 35, Connor Glosson. Good pass up the field. Finds Alex Mann. Thomas Flynn with the ball now. Great job defensively to give the ball up to avoid the ride. And PD on offense down 3, 13-10. Went into the half at 10-6. 4 goals for Providence Day, just 3 for Christ School. McHale. Defensively, Lilly, Oakley, Masson, Dyer, King. Sticks up right now for Christ School. He thought about it. He'll shoot, score! That is number 11, Alex Jamison. And I think the second he got the ball, he said, I'm going to make a dodge and I'm going to score. And he did just that. Great job by Jamison. And the score is now 13-11. 11. Just want to make sure I put that score on. Yes, okay. So 13-11, 2-goal game, 8:34 remaining. And let's see how these face-offs, what kind of role they're going to play for the remainder of the game here.
Another face-off battle.
Yeah, good job there by McNichols to get in. Without his help, Greenies don't come away with that one. Greenies will slow things down. That's Jack Harrison with the ball on the left side of the field. Over to Sam Bassett. Jack Fitch, good pick there from Parker Bird. Had a step, but great defense there from number 2, Parker Townsend. Coles Manning over to Harrison. Harrison to Lindsay. Big possession for Christ School, especially after the goal. Parker Bird trying to get on his feet, but that's going to be a push in the back. It's going to be a penalty, especially with him on the ground. I believe that's just a 30-second penalty.
Now the Greenies are a man up. See if they can capitalize on this. Harrison back over to Bird. Now to Dow. And Bassett able to score number 8.
Unbelievable. So just 1 goal away from tying Andrew Walter's 2010 record. Certainly hope we didn't jinx him here, but a big goal from Sam Bassett. Big goals from Sam Bassett so far this game. Man, he has been huge for Christ School this year, specifically today. So I just want to give a special shout out here. As we've been mentioning throughout this broadcast, Sam Bassett just one goal away from Andrew Walters' 2010 record against Caldwell Academy. Well, Thomas, guess who's watching the game right now?
Who is that?
Andrew Walters.
Wow.
Yeah, just sent, Ross Weathersby, who helps run the CSPN, just sent him a text message. They're in the same class together and said, it looks like Sam's about to break my record. So we will see what happens with 6:53 left in the game. To break a record in anything is impressive, but especially in a huge game like this, we'll see what happens. But, we talked about building a program, Thomas, and if you have players from hold on, they're going to call a timeout. But if you have players from 2010 checking in to see how the 2019 team is doing, sounds like to me you've done a pretty good job building a program.
Oh, absolutely. Jeff Miles has been able to do a great job getting these guys prepared and making the alumni proud. And, so we talk about preparation. We did see Zach Grindy go down with an unfortunate injury.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a bunch of young guys that have been able to step up. We saw Peralta early in the game, now Parker Bird playing both ways. A lot of young guys getting some good playing time and good experience.
Yeah, well, let's talk about the old guys for a second. 14 seniors on Christ School. There's a bunch of names: Tyler Haldeman, Oakley, McNichols, Dyer, Harrison. I'm not going to run through the entire team, but really senior-led team for Christ School. Playing against a really young team in Providence Day. Of course, Nolan Fouché, the goalie, is a senior. But when you have a senior-led program like this, certainly, some guys who have been there before, part of those state championship teams, and, really feel like, in situations where PD finds himself coming back, you can rely on that senior leadership to say, hey, guys, settle down. We've been here before. Everything's going to work out. So Providence Day with the ball. That's Robinette on the left, just on the left side of midfield. And he's going to take over possession. It looks like Lindsay and Harrison ready to double if necessary. Good job there by Thomas Flynn. He'll get a touch. Sam Bassett finds himself on defense right now. That's Mac Hale. Mac Hale with the ball over to Jesse. And there's a flag down, so a huge possession for Providence Day, an opportunity to score as Robinette is coming on. Somebody's got to match up with him. But will be a man down situation for the Greenies, and that shot's going to go just over the goal. So let's see what this penalty is. My guess is offsides here. All right, so Marcus Berger called for the offsides. Man down defense in with King, McNichols, Dyer, Masson, and Lilly. Cole Jesse restarting possession. 6 minutes left. Halfway through the fourth quarter. 3-goal game. Mac Hale to Robinette behind the goal. Thought about it. He's open. Mac Hale, good dodge, good defense by Lilly. Back to Robinette. A couple guys thinking about it, doing a good job of sliding right now. Donlin in the middle, but a better save by Hekimovich. Important save. Still working to kill this penalty as Christ School. Hekimovich doing a great job keeping the Greenies in it.
Yeah, and you see when the Chargers are man up, they kind of do that carry play with a player in the middle, kind of trying to work it around to him. Unable to get the goal there, now all even here.
Yeah, they have scored a couple times throughout the game in that fashion. But Bo Hekimovich able to kind of single-handedly, kill the possession. though obviously do want to give credit to the defense who communicated well there and continued to move as Robinette Mac Hale looking for number 11. That is Alex Jamison, and he's got the last 2 goals, or maybe 2 of the last 3 goals for Providence Day. Great job by him. And I just feel like when he gets it in his stick, he feels like he can score from anywhere, and he did just that, scoring from about 12 meters out.
Yeah, we find ourselves in another important face-off here.
Yeah, I just feel like every face-off from here on out is going to be incredibly important, especially between these 2 friends, Tyler Campbell and Sean Dow. So let's see, you know what, I'm gonna pick this moment with 4:42 left in the game, and we're going to figure out, with the Greenies up 2 goals, who wins this battle here. So that'll be 1 for Sean Dow. And let's see how this game finishes up here as a big face-off win for the Greenies. Davis Lindsay behind the net, being guarded by Connor Lewis, as he has been all game. That's Jack Harrison. Jack Harrison with a good move, decides to pull it back out. Found Parker Bird there, Alex Mann chasing. That's going to be a turnover. Great job there. Great job there by Alex Mann to knock it away. And we're waiting for the whistle for possession to be restarted. That will be Mac Hale taking it out. We're under 4. 2-goal game. Greenies find themselves up 14-12. And an unfortunate turnover from Fouché trying to get it to Jamison. Greenies no need to rush up 2 goals. Jack Fitch with the ball. McNichols out, Manning in. Sam Bassett with the ball. That's Jack Harrison. Over to Parker Bird. 3 minutes, 15 seconds remain. Jack Fitch. So Greenies certainly need to make sure they at least look like they're attempting to score, so there's no penalty there. Jack Harrison with the move, shot, and he somehow, that ball matriculates into the goal. Jack Harrison with a big goal, looked like it went underneath the knees of Fouché. Wasn't sure that one was going to go in, but a huge goal for Jack Harrison, his 2nd of the game. Greenies now lead 15-12 in this incredibly important NCISAA game. Sean Dow, Tyler Campbell back to the face-off X. All right. Alex Jamison able to come away with it. Finds Donlin. That shot goes just above the goal. So 1-1 in face-off opportunities. A chance for Wolfinger to restart possession. Providence Day with a almost a very quick goal. That one knocked away by Hekimovich. And the Chargers are getting some shots up here. Both good opportunities, unable to put them home though. Barwick to Hale. Oh, good pass, but a good defensive possession from Kevin Masson, who, as it looked like Donlin was just about 2 feet from the goal, was able to get his stick in there and make life difficult for him. Good pass there, good outlet from McNichols to Masson. He's going to get the touch. And Coach Miles calls a timeout. So we've got 2:07 left in this game. Greenies up 3. And, big possession here. Thomas, what do you think we might see from Christ School on this possession?
Well, they're going to take their time. They certainly don't want to give the ball back to Providence Day. We've seen what they've been able to do with the ball. They've been able to hit some shots, but good defensive possession by Christ School there. But as far as what we're going to see right now, just kind of take your time. Look for an open shot. Maybe even get Sam Bassett the ball for that record-tying goal.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. I'd honestly, I'd be a little surprised to see them, take any shots here. I wouldn't be. I obviously once again wouldn't be surprised to see Davis Lindsay trying to keep time or try to take time off the clock by running around. They also got to realize at some point, if a guy has his back turned, they're going to send a double to try and force a turnover, and that's when, if you're able to get rid of the ball quickly, you might be able to find an open player, potentially a Sam Bassett, for example. But I would imagine we're going to see the ball in the hands of Davis Lindsay and Jack Harrison specifically on offense, as Davis now headed to the far side of the field. Yep, and they're going to start this possession off with a double team. A lot of times you got to resist the urge to try and split that double, because if it gets knocked away, they're going the other way. But then again, if you do somehow beat the double, you got an open goal. Let's see what he does here. He's going to try. All right, so here's that situation I'm talking about right now. He's going to give it up. Is he going to do it himself? He'll do it himself. That's Davis Lindsay. And that's goal number 16. So, okay. So I said he was going to waste time.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't. I said he wasn't going to try and split the double. He did. But I did say Davis Lindsay would have the ball.
Yes.
So 1 for 3,
there
33%. I guess I'll take it. Huge goal there from Davis Lindsay. His 4th goal of the game, 7 points on the game. And certainly an important goal there. Another face-off. Let's see who comes away with this one. Looks like Campbell has the clamp. Knocked away. Jamison nearly comes away with it. Sean Dow tried to get back in on it. Jamison there. Sean Dow decides he wants it. Gives it up to Harrison. But a turnover. Great job there from Alex Mann. McNichols knocks it away. Kind of a sloppy couple seconds here. That's Marcus Berger. They've got an opportunity here, and he'll get a touch. So a minute 20. Looks like he wasn't able to get it inside. Certainly confusion from both teams. All right, so 119. Couldn't quite tell what happened there. Boucher looking to give it up. Gets it to Parker Townsend, who finds an open Mac Hale. Big possession, big opportunity. Cole Jesse's open. He's going to score a bouncer. Great pass from Donlin to find Jesse. And you got to know where Jesse is at all times. So that's a big goal. 3-goal game. A minute left. We've seen crazier things, Thomas.
Yeah, I mean, this is one for the records definitely, and we'll see how Sean Dow is able to respond if he's able to get this face off. He's been fighting all game. We'll see. Yeah,
we've also seen how Campbell's able to come away with some of these face-offs going in the opposite direction at full speed. So, if he's able to do that, we saw them score in about 12 seconds to start that the 3rd quarter. Dow's got the clamp, but Campbell will come away with it. So we'll see what happens here. Dyer in on him. Parker Bird giving chase, but a great job by Campbell. We're under 50. They're going to have to score quick. That's Wolfinger looking for there's a cut. Donlin with it. Whoever comes away with this green ball, big ground ball. Sean Dow gives it away. Marcus Berger going in the other direction. We've got a 4-on-3. Marcus Berger over to Lindsay. And I would imagine with 24 seconds left, if they don't send the double here, this will be the final score at 16-13. Never thought we would see 29 goals this game. especially with the Greenies only giving up 6 a game. But looks like Connor Lewis will let them run out the clock with 6 minutes remaining. And the Greenies coming away with a huge win, potentially we could say the biggest win of the season, defeating Providence Day 16-13. And I mean, there were goals scored on either side quickly. And I mean, 29 goals, Thomas. That's by far the most we've seen here at Christ School so far.
Yeah, I mean, you know, if you're Providence Day and you score 13 goals, you'd probably say, you know, that's a pretty solid game. And,
yeah.
You know, if you're Providence Day, you're definitely not hanging your head on this one.
No, you know, and it's always difficult to play on the road in a big game like this. And they did well. And, you know, I think we can say one thing. We know Sam Bassett had an 8-goal game. He was fantastic. But what that means is that Andrew Walters' 9 goals back in 2010 is safe. So congratulations to you if you're still watching. But a huge game from Christ School. Got down 1-0 early, then got up 7-1, and then it was 10-6. And just talk to me a little bit about what you saw from Providence Day, Thomas.
Well, certainly they came out with, you know, very strong defense and, you know, able to make a, you know, good run and not getting their heads down at all or anything like that. You know, they were able to fight, especially in the third quarter. We saw them go on a run, you know, with Jesse and, you know, Campbell's able to, you know, really make Sean Dow battle for those face-offs, which we really haven't seen somebody do yet this year. So, you know, credit to Campbell for doing that.
Yeah, you're right. You know, I was incredibly impressed by Campbell. I mean, we talked in the opening about a couple people. We talked about Jesse Robinette. We talked about Wolfinger. We talked about the goalie, Nolan Fouché. Some other names I want to mention, though. Matthew Donlin was great.
Mm-hmm.
He found himself inside. He made some great plays under pressure. I also want to mention, not Aiden Wolfinger, what was his name? Alex Jamison. That guy was fast.
Yes.
And I don't know how many times he was able to pick up the loose ball to help win the faceoff, go in the other direction. And I'm telling you right now, Thomas, we're going to see this team again.
Absolutely.
I don't know whether it's in the semifinals or the state championship. Certainly this doesn't lock up anything for either team. But, I mean, this is a great team. I saw them for the first time last year in the state championship, and they were tough. And, you know, they came out here and continued to prove themselves and prove that, you know, they're one of the best teams in NCISAA, one of the best teams in the state of North Carolina. And, I mean, I know the Greenies are going to see the Chargers again.
Oh, for sure. You know, the Providence Day has to turn right back around and face Charlotte Christian, then go and play at Charlotte Latin and then at Country Day. So both conference games, that'll be key down the road. Yeah,
that'll be a tough stretch. Speaking of games in the NCISAA, Christ School will play tomorrow. We will be bringing that game live once again on the Christ School Broadcast Network. That game will be at 4 p.m. against NCISAA foe Cannon School. Christ School faced them in the state playoffs 2 years ago. We play them every year, and that's going to be a great game. So a great game to Sam Bassett, 8 goals. Happy to see him come away with a great game there. But certainly want to thank you guys. Once again, I'm Bobby Long alongside Thomas McIntosh. We had a great time bringing you this game, and we hope you guys join in for a future Christ School Broadcast Network production. Thank you.